With a cruise speed of Mach 3.2, this one simply outflew anything the enemy threw at it. It broke a record by zipping from Los Angeles to Washington, D.C. in just 64 minutes and 20 seconds. This aircraft flew so high that it used stellar inertial navigation, since it flew high enough to see the stars. This is the father of the Dark Star hypersonic aircraft that Tom Cruise flew in Top Gun: Maverick. We are talking about the mighty SR-71 Blackbird, of course. When the military U-2 spy planes became vulnerable to Soviet attack in 1960, particularly from surface-to-air missiles, President Eisenhower directed Lockheed to build an aircraft that would fly faster than any aircraft before or since. SR-71 first flew on December 22, 1964. Designing, building, and operating this aircraft was a real challenge for everyone involved. First of all, no computers were used in the design of the SR-71. Each component was designed using a slide rule. This aircraft was designed to be fast, really fast. There isn't a single piece of aluminum anywhere in the airframe or in any location that could be exposed to the heat of Mach 3 flight, as the aluminum melts due to the friction and heat generated at the speeds this aircraft can reach. The SR-71 had to be built using a titanium alloy. The problem was that neither the United States nor its allies had significant titanium sources. The USSR was the world's largest supplier of rare metals and the only country producing large quantities of titanium. The USA worked through third world countries and fake companies and finally smuggled the ore to the USA to build the SR-71. The muscle of this bad boy, the J-58 engine, was unique. In afterburner mode, each J-58 could produce up to 32,000 pounds of thrust. SR-71 was a machine of many extremes. For example, the aircraft's component parts would expand by several inches as its skin temperatures reached up to 572 Fahrenheit, 300 degrees Celsius, during routine missions. As a result, the fuselage panels were built to fit loosely together on the ground. While the aircraft's edge was heated by atmospheric friction, flying at high altitudes meant the temperature outside the cockpit was a freezing minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit. As a result, the heat had to be distributed across the plane's surface to keep the pilots from freezing, even though they wore custom-designed spacesuits. So, since this color both emits and absorbs heat, the SR-71 was painted black. Hence, the Blackbird. The chined, inward-facing fins on the SR-71 are both for aerodynamics and stealth, as it was the first aircraft on which some measures were taken to reduce the radar cross-section. However, despite these efforts during its long 34-year career, the SR-71 Blackbird had thousands of missiles fired at it by enemy forces. But as an aircraft that holds 7 world speed and altitude records for a manned aircraft, it just outflew them. It flew at a nominal cruise speed of Mach 3.2 and had a medium altitude of 85,000 feet in continuous afterburner. No other operational aircraft could do that, except its older brother, the A-12. Despite the plane's unrivaled service record, it was simply too expensive for the U.S. Air Force to keep operating after the Cold War ended. So, the U.S. Air Force retired its fleet of SR-71s on January 26, 1990. SR-71A last flew on October 9, 1999, at the Edwards AFB Air Show at 80,100 feet and Mach 3.21. It was the last flight of any Blackbird. While there are rumors that Lockheed's Skunk Works is working on a design to follow in the footsteps of the SR-71 and take the concept a few notches higher, we will have to wait and see if it can topple this aviation legend.